good evening one and all, and you join us for this Indian T20 League match between the Gujarat Titans and the Punjab Kings. I'm Adam Gilchrist, and with me in the commentary box is Michael Atherton, Mel Jones, and the one and only Ali Mitchell.
Thanks for such a warm introduction. I'm sure I don't need to tell you just how much I'm looking forward to the day's play.
Thanks, Ali. We're to go down to the middle now. The captains are ready for the toss.
The visitors win the toss and will bowl first.
So here we go, the players make their way out to a seismic crowd. They've waited all day for this match and they're ready for some world-class batting and bowling. The pitch today, it looks good. A bit of grass on top, so they'll get their wish, I think. We're about to get underway and already the crowd is up and about. This is looking to be a great day of cricket. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Massive edge, misses everyone, and that's racing away. Gill has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Smacks that away through the gap.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Timed through the vacant point position, racing to the boundary. That looks gone. Oh, great running.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes charging out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Someone different now to bowl at. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot. End of the over, a big one. 11 runs coming from it. The Titans are 11 for 1.
End of the first and an exceptional start. Some big shots early on. Can build some momentum easily off that over.
Thakur, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the Reliance end. Great shot through the gap. Couldn't get it through the field. Drilled that one away. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say?
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Can't get that outside the ring field. End of the over, 4 runs coming off it. The Titans are 15 for 2.
Excellent first over, and they followed up with a solid second over of the power play.
Massive outside edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Perfect, right out of the middle and bludgeons that one to the boundary.
Good batting, lovely timing. Hardly even leant on it. Was always headed for the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot.
Picked the shorter ball and great footwork. Gets back and worked that really well into the gap for 4.
10 runs added in that over. The Titans are 25 for 2. Thakur from the Reliance end. Misses everything. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. That sounded good. That sounded really good. That's a maximum. It's gone 12 deep into the crowd.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope. How will the bowler respond?
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Finds the fielder with that shot. No, no, no. Terrible shot. End of the over. 6 off it. The Titans are 31 for 2.
Well, it's been crisp, elegant, easy shot making so far. Plenty of runs and plenty more if they keep it up.
The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the pavilion end. Doesn't beat the infield. Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Was quick onto that in the infield. 6 runs added there. The Titans are 37 for 2. Great shot, just square of backward point. That might just make it.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
Shreyas, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Brilliant diving stop. Lovely shot, got back quickly and finds the gap.
The timing unbelievable. Got the width they were after and nailed it to the boundary.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. Nearly gets the edge. Thakur with a great delivery there. The bowler looks really confident.
Came forward onto the front foot and eased it away to the boundary.
A big one, 12 runs added there. The Titans are 49 for 2. This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go. Great shot through the gap. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Oh, yes. Oh, brilliant stuff. Opened the shoulder and lofted that over cover. That'll be 6 more.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary. How will he reply?
End of the over. 9 off it. The Titans are 58 for 2.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Jensen, the left-arm medium-fast bowler, is coming into the attack from the Reliance end.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Square cut, finds point, no run. Massive outside edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Across the stumps and a flick of the wrist. It's wide square leg. Could be 4.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crashed away for 4. Might look to go big again here.
Thick edge. End of the over. 4 off it. The Titans are 62 for 2. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. Great shot.
Everything seems to be good, but then you've got to watch it almost sail out of the stadium. Wonderful shot.
Does very well to quickly get across to this one. Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder. End of the over, and a very nicely bowled one. Not much opportunity to score runs there. Jensen from the Reliance end. Nicked it. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Huge edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Oh, outside edge, but it'll be safe, and another boundary. The bowler is in disbelief on that one. Punjab with a strong appeal. That should be given. Oh, that's just outrageous.
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. Those runs were really starting to flow.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. End of the over, 2 runs added. The Titans are 75 for 3. Bra, the left armour, is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end. Couldn't get it through the field.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Perfectly timed.
Flashed away and got it well enough to find the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Edge, but it drops safely. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Got that away nicely. End of the over. The Titans are 86 for 3.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection. Can he come back with a dot ball?
Cuts that off well in the infield. Go through it. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like we'll carry.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Poor ball there. The keeper looks back as the ball hits the boundary. 5 wides and an extra ball for the batting team. Too far down leg and helped on its way. It's high and gone. It's a maximum.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for 6. 6 lost ball. How will the bowler reply?
Can't get that outside the ring field. 17 runs out of there. The Titans are 103 for 3.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Bra from the pavilion end.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Huge edge.
A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner and they're ready to go again.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is just focus on getting the next delivery right. It sounded good. It sounded really good. That's a maximum. It's gone 12 deep into the crowd.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them. Stoinis, the pace bowler, coming into the attack. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Square cut, finds point, no run. Was quick onto that in the infield. End of the over. The Titans are 124 for 3.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Edged.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
Good shot, a beauty.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that gnaw.
Goes over the top with that shot. That's gone for 6. That is a huge one. Phillips, there's plenty from these bowlers.
Gets onto the front foot, and that shot is full of aggression. Sent high and long over the rope. Somehow they need to stop the rot. That's 12 from 2, and someone is really looking in the mood at the moment.
Stoinis from the Reliance end. Oh, that's a cracking shot. That's going to be 6. It's going way back into the crowd there.
6, 6, 6. They've got 3 in a row now. Fabulous power, fabulous timing too. How will the bowler respond?
Massive outside edge.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
That's gone. Nice simple catch. In the air and cover takes an easy catch.
It's another wicket, the 4th now. Sometimes you've just got to accept that you couldn't do anything about a delivery.
A difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to settle themselves in before facing their first ball. Big edge. got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Thick edge. End of the over. 8 off it. The Titans are 153 for 4. Singh has been going really well here. Comes back on from the pavilion end. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Huge edge. Straight to the fielder. Bold, stunning delivery.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Nice shot, just a flick off the pads.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
Singh has kept the pressure on in this over. Just needs to maintain the momentum going forwards.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Played that beautifully. Saw the short one and got out of the way. No more of those allowed now in this over.
No. Terrible shot. The batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery.
Didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
It's a full toss and worked off the pads nicely. Could well be 4.
Sometimes you've just got to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, 4 runs.
Stoinis over pitches and pays the price. Great shot by the batter. That could be 4.
Top-class innings, been playing very nicely out there and brings up the half-century.
2 boundaries in a row. Time to focus back to line and length. Perfectly timed.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. That is a beautiful front foot shot. No point in chasing that one.
Stoinis will be pleased with their work in that over. Kept the batters under pressure very, very well. It's something they do so well. Singh from the pavilion end. Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
Well, that's what you pay your entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move. How will he reply? Great shorter ball. Well played, though. Didn't flinch and was able to leave the ball comfortably. That's the end of the short stuff for this over.
Thick edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Massive outside edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Big edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Drilled that one away. End of the over, 13 coming from it. The Titans, 188 for 5.
There was some wonderful stroke play on offer for the fans here. Bowlers just weren't tight enough.
Stoinis to wrap up the innings. Finds the edge. That's a great shot, full of class. Square drive for a maximum.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened. Might look to go big again here.
Magical shot into the vacant leg position. Nobody there to stop him.
Showed good composure to wait on that slower ball and find room to get the 4 runs. Just a fantastic shot. Bowler needs to tighten up a bit.
Rocks onto the back foot, and that is just beautiful.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Shreyas, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Six of your finest, please. Cover drive for a maximum. Brilliant.
I'm really liking this innings. It's been built with solid strokes. That was another one with immense power.
And that's the end of the innings. Punjab have been set a target of 211 runs. This is a very defendable total. The openers will need to get their eye in very quickly and get the scoreboard ticking over if they have any chance.
Rabada coming in.
Nicked it. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Thick edge, no! That's racing away.
Well, didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Singh has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Was quick onto that in the infield. End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. Punjab are 9 for none. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the Reliance end. Massive outside edge. Thick edge. Misses everything. Perfectly timed.
A lovely shot off the back foot. The shorter ball having no joy and getting dispatched for 4 runs. Can he come back with a dot ball?
Seven runs added there. Punjab, 16 for none. Rabada from the pavilion end. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Cuts that off well in the infield. Bold, stunning delivery.
What a crucial breakthrough this is. Excellent bowling to get one of the key wickets cheaply.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
Rabada shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Goes over the top with that shot.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller and have been put away.
Boundaries are flowing. You need to find a dot ball or two just to slow things down again. Square cut, finds point, no run. End of the over, 9 off it. Punjab are 25 for 1. beats the field with a great shot. Finds the fielder with that shot. Nice shot, but straight to gully. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Oh, that's a biggie. Oh, that is huge. All the way for a maximum. And it's gone many rows deep.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. Couldn't get it through the field. 10 runs added in that over. Punjab 35 for 1. Nearly gets the edge. Rabada with a great delivery there. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Massive outside edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Gone. Caught.
Two down, the long walk back to the pavilion for them. This could be a huge swing of momentum.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should be on as the new batter strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket. No. Terrible shot. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. End of the over. 1 from it. Punjab 36 for 2. The right arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the Reliance end. Oh, now then, that's high in the air. Batters should get a few here.
Extra width gives them a free swing at the ball. Gone a long way back.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. Square cut, finds point, no run.
Shoulders, arms, and true to the wicketkeeper.
Straight to the fielder. Huge. That has flown.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. Rabada from the pavilion end. Oh, that's got to hurt. Misjudged that one. Nicked it. Wow, that's a huge appeal for the catch. If there's something on it, it was the faintest of edges. Oh, wow, brilliant reactions, and what a catch.
Such a disappointment. A lot of people here at the ground would have been looking forward to seeing this innings. As it is, they've got to walk back, barely troubling the scorers. He's got their tail up.
That's a confident appeal. Doesn't beat the infield. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. Good bowling in that over, just the one from it. Punjab, 50 for 3. Thick edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on length is obviously the way to go. Nice shot, but straight to gully. Big edge, where's that going? Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Beats the field with a great shot. Massive outside edge. End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
Required run rate is climbing. They're hovering around 6 to 7 and over. They need to start taking some risks.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end. Huge edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Too good. That is huge.
Didn't even try and keep this one down. Had the confidence as they got onto the back foot and pulled it away to get it up and over the boundary.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be four.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward and dispatches that to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. Can't get that outside the ring field. Ten runs added in that over. Punjab a 63 for 3. The right armour is coming into the attack from the Reliance end. Got that away nicely.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the field.
Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. Lovely cover drive straight to the extra cover fielder. Misses everything. Thick edge. Was quick onto that in the infield. Nice shot, pierces the infield.
The gap was left open for them and they were happy to oblige. Picked it early, got into position well and punched it to the boundary.
End of the over, 10 off it. Punjab 73 for 3. Krishna coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. Big edge. Perfectly timed. Nicely played. Four runs added in the over. Punjab are 77 for 3. Khan coming back into the attack has done well so far. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. The fielder out the deep with some serious work to cut it off.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary. Can he come back with a dot ball?
Finds the fielder with that shot. That's gone for 6. That is a huge one. Stoinis gets plenty from these bowlers.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary. How will the bowler respond?
Great shot.
Hit that one on the up. A fabulous drive for 6.
Good bowling. Kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score. Sundar coming back into the attack. What a superb delivery. Too good. Just didn't know where it was going and knocked him over.
A great innings coming to an end. Brilliant scoring. It was a very entertaining performance. They have to head back to the pavilion.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, so I want to show everyone their strength. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. That's the over. Punjab a 99 for 4. Khan from the Reliance end. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Chance gone. You're kidding. Keeper with the fast hands.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
That's a long way to walk out there just to turn around and walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first run behind them and then push on. Brilliant shot there.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. Punjab are 106 for 5. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling. Power and precision in that shot.
Didn't time it at all, but manages to get it away to the boundary.
Now, good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Brilliant diving stop. Finds the edge. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Massive outside edge. Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. Bowling fielders look really confident. Missed it. Stumping opportunity. Doesn't beat the infield. Oh my, that's racing away.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Gill, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Khan, too full and gets punished for it. Great shot for 4 more.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the pavilion end. Big edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. And out. Oh, how did he get to that one? Super catch.
Really getting to the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
Now, great opportunity to prove the critics wrong. Certainly needs to build an innings for the team. Nice shot, straight gully.
Well, that one's for the textbook. Stands tall, on top of the bounce, and a lovely flick of the wrist at the end. A good innings, that's 50, a simple raise of the bats, thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries, just to keep them guessing. Edged it, no one there. Could be 4. This has been a great over so far. 2 boundaries from it. The runs are flowing very easily now. No. Terrible shot. End of the over. Punjab are 129 for 6. Krishna, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the Reliance end.
Well, dealt with that beautifully. Saw the short one and got out of the way. No more of those in this over.
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Cuts that off well in the infield. Square cut, finds point, no run. Good catch, out! Big dive from the fielder, tremendous catch.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
Yeah, big opportunity. They've worked really hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get a big score on the board. The Titans with a massive shout. Can't get that outside the ring field. Edged. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Misses everything. Nice shot, cut away, running towards the boundary. That'll take some chasing.
Nearly got through them, just got onto it in time, and with enough bat speed to pick up 4.
With the completion of that fine over, the batters are going to have to take some risks from here on in. The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the Reliance end. Pulled away, but straight to square leg.
Have to go for it now.
Whipped off the legs and away goes the ball. Fine leg, no chance, and a great catch in the crowd.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone watched that in awe. They really need a boundary, this ball. Follows up the first 6 with an even better strike. Impressive hitting display at the moment.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot.
No interest on that occasion to play at the ball.
Oh, that's beautifully struck. Right out of the guts and all the way.
Jumped all over the slower ball. Only gave them more time to see it and make sure of it.
Khan shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection. Extremely comfortable win, just brilliant on so many levels. You can't compete with that level of skill shown. It was a masterclass.
Well, there was only one team really in it today. An exceptional display that saw a very easy win. That's all from us in the commentary box. Hope to see you again very soon.